A new set of licensing changes may keep the party going into the early morning hours just without alcohol at some point. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Phil Lipoff.
I'm Alexandra Lewis. This new proposal in Denver would keep nightclubs open for, well, until 4 a.m. to try to ease some of the chaos when everywhere closes at the same time. 9 News reporter Spencer Soisher joins us now. And Spencer, this is just an idea for now.
Yeah, and hopefully they have roofs at those nightclubs. This hasn't even been brought to the full city council yet, who would need to sign off on this, but the city's Department of Licensing and Consumer Protection is gathering feedback from the public as it preps to let people stay out later.
A lot of things have changed since the 1980s in Denver.
The last time Denver updated its rules for nightclubs, Coors Field in the Bar District in Lower Downtown didn't exist.
This is something we've been considering for a long time.
Eric Escudero is with Denver's Department of Licensing and Consumer Protection, and they've got plans to push back people's bedtimes by 2 hours.
When all the bars let out around 2 a.m. and all of a sudden it can get a little crazy downtown in places like Lodo.
If you allow bars and venues to stagger when they close, then it creates less of a pressure cooker type of thing that we have right now, where at like 1:30, you go to downtown Denver, everybody's out.
Stephen Brackett is with One Denver, which advocates for Denver's nightlife.
So if we reduce the floodgates, then we actually can have like a safer time.
Last call would still be at 2 a.m. That's state law, but the city would break up licenses into 3 categories, different than the 2 types and 14 iterations currently in place. Brackett says it would help places do more business and reduce chaos.
Without somebody talking about the good news of what happens at night, the only thing that you hear about night is the failings of the city. So this also leads to why people are like, well, if something's staying open later, that's worse. Well, that's not true.
The city says the police department has been involved in the process. And ultimately, the goal is safety and modernizing the rules.
If everything moves smoothly, we could see this passed by the very end of June, but it wouldn't be implemented till early January, like January 1st.
The idea of letting nightclubs stay open later is not new, especially at the state level, where a bunch of efforts on that have failed over the last decade or so. Also included in this change, though, nightclubs would need to have security guards, cameras, weapons pat-downs, and a designated manager that's registered with the city. Live in Denver, Spencer Soisher, 9 News.
Okay, finally, something to talk about beyond elevated fire danger. The Denver metro area got a little rain today, and the chances will keep coming.
Nobody more excited about that than 9 News Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin. And Kathy, we're not done, right?
Oh, did you see it was raining on Spencer? He's not happy.
But you are.
I'm so happy. Yeah, the rain's moving into the city as we speak. As a matter of fact, we have heavy rain showers over the South Metro right now, moving from the southwest to the northeast. Fort Collins saw some heavy rain a short time ago, and temperatures have been quite cool, holding in the 40s for the last few hours. There's a big trough of low pressure that's sending a series of little waves over Colorado, producing mountain snow and metro rain. And wow, is it raining to the south. Look at some of these isolated thunderstorms. There's thunder, lightning, and heavy rain as these showers follow that I-76 corridor into Nebraska. And where you see the yellow is where we're seeing some of the heaviest rain. That is south of Parker, Castle Rock, Ponderosa Park, right out to the north of Kiowa and up into Byers. But look at this. There is some good rain coming into Denver as we speak. So many of us will fall asleep to the sound of rain, maybe a little thunder and lightning, and we need this water. Some of you in the North Metro area may be dealing with some showers tomorrow morning at the start of the morning drive. They won't linger long, and the snow comes to an end in the mountains, but this is just a piece of this cool, unsettled weather pattern that will have not only colder temperatures for us this week, but the chance for rain almost every single day. I will have more on that coming up.
Kathy, thank you. Today, a jury in Adams County found a former MMA fighter and anti-violence advocate guilty of murder. 47-year-old Lumumba Sayers Sr. was convicted of second-degree murder and tampering with evidence in the August 2024 shooting death of 28-year-old Malcolm Watson. Sayers founded Aurora's Heavy Hands, Heavy Hearts Foundation after his son died by gun violence. Throughout the trial, prosecutors argued Sayers killed Watson at Watson's son's birthday party as revenge. They told jurors Watson was connected to the man convicted in the shooting that killed Sayers' son. Sayers is scheduled to be sentenced on July 24th.
New tonight, Denver will replace Bird and Lime's rentable scooters with a single provider. Today, the city council approved a 3-year contract with the company called VO. Right now, there's this effort to transition people who are currently getting free rides through Lime or Bird's low-income program. VO says it's already begun outreach, but that's a tall task. Lime says it has about 30,000 riders on the program. Bird says it has another 6,500. VO's new contract starts Friday. Bird and Lime are expected to fully exit the market by the middle of May. The city of Denver is considering pausing all new construction on data centers while they come up with the rules to regulate them. Denver currently has no zoning rules specific to data centers. It also doesn't have any energy requirements or water use regulations. But that could all change. Next month, Denver City Council will vote on whether to pause all new data center construction for up to a year as the city writes these rules.
I think we are right in the middle of what most large municipalities are doing, and we're doing it in a smart way.
Denver already has some data centers. Those won't be impacted by a moratorium. Neither will projects already permitted or under construction, but they could be expected to follow new guidelines once they're announced.
CDOT wants to make improvements along Colorado Boulevard where traffic can be a mess. They're considering bus rapid transit, similar to a years-long project on Colfax. CDOT is planning a community meeting in the middle of next month to present the plan. Its BRT team will also meet this week with the Hilltop Neighborhood Association. They'll present 3 options: bus-only lanes on the side, mixed lanes, and bus-only lanes in the center.
We all in the neighborhood agree that Colorado Boulevard is old, a mess, needs to be fixed, needs to be changed. I think the question just becomes what about it needs to change, and I think that's where we want to just have an open dialogue with CDOT and be able to, have that conversation to make sure Hilltop is represented.
For its part, CDOT says Colorado Boulevard BRT project will not overlap with the city of Denver's construction on Colfax, so 2030 is the earliest the project on Colorado Boulevard could begin.
One of the most prominent companies in Colorado and one of the world's most recognizable real estate brands is heading for Florida. RE/MAX announced today that Real Brokerage, it's a tech-based real estate firm, bought it as part of an $880 million cash and stock transaction. Those combined companies' headquarters will be in Miami. RE/MAX has been headquartered in Denver since the 70s. Despite the move, the companies say it will maintain a significant presence in the Denver area. This is the second largely public traded company to move its headquarters from Denver to Miami this year. Palantir, they announced the move from Colorado to Florida in February.